Viktor Gyokeres, 33 goals in 25 appearances for club and country this season alone. What makes him so good, Rio?
Well, I think it'll be difficult to play against if you're a centre-back. I think me and Martin were talking off air about that. He's got pace, and pace scares defenders. And he's a willing runner, and I think these clips really do show that really well. You look at him here, he's on the halfway line. This is where he wants to be, 1v1 against a defender, and his willingness to run into these areas. Those areas, they're hard yards for defenders, having to go out there. And once he's out there, that's when he does his dirty work. He don't mind getting dirty shoulder to shoulder. His strength, his drive, he's quick, he's aggressive, but then he has the composure as well. This is against stone grass, with all due respect, but he still have to remain composed in these situations. Here he shows that he's understanding of he's using his body in situations. I'll see here, as the ball goes up, he bounces the defender, and then when I'll show you here when he gets a touch on the ball comes to him here, right? Look at his, I want you to see, firstly, his touch here, but look at the amount of bodies there are around him, by the way. 5 bodies there that now he has to think about. Watch his first touch here, away from trouble. Look, away from the incoming defender, knows where the goal is. But again, here you see him here. Look at his body there. Absolute understanding of space. Then he gets out there again, running into those areas there, difficult areas, asking defenders, do you want to come out there? But again, once he plays, he doesn't stop, he doesn't stand still, identifies where the danger may be, head down, get in there. And it's difficult because if defenders, he's asking you, can you run with me? Can you stay with me physically all game? And he has the quality. He's shown that you don't score goals anywhere in the world without having a bit of quality. But I'll just take it back here. This is where the two Arsenal defenders today have to be careful. They can't allow for that big space in between them there, because he's going to be wanting to run in there all the time. And you're safe in the knowledge and in the fact that he doesn't really want to come here. He doesn't really want to come back to the ball. So these two defenders today, they need to be making sure that their bodies, when the ball is where it is here, and a man's free and he's got his head up, that they run backwards towards that goal, because invariably that's where the ball's going to go and that's where he'll be running. And once he's there, he's shown this year, especially, and last year, that he scores goals.
He's aggressive. It's aggressive running, with and without the ball. He presses really well. I liken him to like an Ian Rush. For those of you that are young enough or old enough to remember.
Whichever way you're looking.
He was, honestly, the amount of pressure he put you under, it was ridiculous. And he's finding the back of the net with really good consistency this season. He's a real threat.
One thing today that I'm going to be interested to see how he deals with it is the physicality of the two Arsenal defenders. They're two of the best in terms of physicality and running and being aggressive with strikers we've seen in the last couple of years as a partnership. How he deals with them, because everybody's talking about him, maybe his next destination is the Premier League. So we'll see a lot today in that sense. He was brilliant.
They've got to be up for that challenge as well, because you want to keep him quiet, because that helps me then. You know, I'm going to be scoring points if everyone's looking at me across Europe and saying, OK, we stopped him. He didn't get any joy against us, but he's definitely got pace and he can get shots off in really tight situations. So he's really quick feet, so you've got to get to him early. Yeah,
absolutely. Look, he's 26 years old now. 6 years ago, he joined Brighton. Then he had loan spells at St Pauli, at Swansea, at Coventry, before joining Coventry permanently. And then he moved to Sporting in 2023. So given the age that he's at now, given the number of goals that he's scoring, would you put him in that elite bracket at this particular stage? Is he there? Is he reaching it? Can he reach it? I
wouldn't put him in the top bracket yet, because he hasn't done it in a top league. And with all due respect to the Portuguese league, it's a very good league. It's not the top league. It's not one of the top leagues. So I think if he signs for a team in the Premier League, he'll be having to prove who he is. He'll have to be reshaping himself and saying that this is me, presenting himself to everybody under that spotlight, and then going, right, this is who I am.
He seems in a hurry to catch up. He's really making his mark right now, and his former manager, of course, has gone to Manchester United. So you know that everyone linking him together, and he's going to want to make sure that happens. You know, he's a player he's ambitious, he wants to move on, but he's going to have to keep scoring goals to do that.
If you're Gyökeres, where is your best destination? Is it with Ruben Amorim at your former club Rio, where he knows the manager, but it's almost like a start-up project where he's sort of finding his ground? Or is it Arsenal, where they're sort of almost crying out for a number 9 like that?
If he wants to win, he goes to Manchester United. No, I'm joking.
This is what I wanted. I wanted to start this one.
But I think he knows the manager. The key point is that he knows the manager. I think for a transition into another league, to go with somebody that knows your game perfectly and actually will be able to get the best out of you. He's proved he can do that somewhere else, and you're going to go somewhere where he's rebuilding and you can be the start of that process with him. I think that he'll be licking his lips at something like that.
If you think at the moment he's playing his best football, isn't he, at the club where this guy took him, and he's gone now. So you wonder, you know, if he's going to be able to retain that, and if he can't, certainly we're looking to go and join him at Manchester United.